What's up, y'all? It's Chrissy Light here, and today I'm going to be talking about my fandom, my fanatic, the team that just for some reason consumes my entire life, and I always got to listen to the radio, always got to just talk about them, think about them, and them let me down every year. I go to the stadium every year, and that is the Washington football team, established in 1932, finally converting their name, changing their name to the Washington Commanders. Now, they've been the Commanders already for 3 months, or not 3 months, 3 weeks, and I really just wanted to get out my thoughts and feelings about them changing the name, and really just gave it some time to see if it'd grow on me, see how I feel, and maybe I can learn to love it. So we're just going to start off with this compared to the Washington football team. Now, when the Washington football team came out, everyone clowned the name. Everyone was like, dang, their football team is called the football team. So what do you say? Like, go team, go football? Like, it sucked. And I'm glad that they did pick a name. I personally didn't mind having Washington football team, but I kind of like Washington football club, make it more like European soccer or international soccer overall. They kind of have football. They kind of have like clubs and like just the city that they're in. And I thought that was pretty cool. It made it very unique compared to the NFL. But, you know, over here, like everyone was like, yo, your team does not have a name. And I was like, God, they really need something. And the one name, the week when they said they're going to change the name, they had Red Wolves, and that was the one that stuck with me from the beginning. And then as it kept going, everyone was kind of getting on board with Red Wolves. You know, there's no type of wolf in the NFL. It's pretty cool. You can keep the colors, you can keep the R. Washington Red Wolves kind of rolls off the tongue, and we used to play a song in the stadium, and Red Wolves and Wolves theme, Scratch Claw, all that type of stuff, how would go along with the song. So it kind of seemed like the best transition. And they said that they would work with the fan base and they'll listen to feedback and we'll see what we can do. And they went with Commanders, bro. They went with Commanders. Nobody in the DMV area, DC, Maryland, Virginia, if you're not in the area, said they like Commanders. I listen to the radio driving into work every day. Ain't nobody call in and say, dang, I really like the Commanders, you know. I understand DC, Commanders, military, and it makes a lot of sense in my opinion. But nobody was rocking with Commanders. And my thing was kind of like, the fan base has been gone. Like, no one's coming to the stadiums. The stadium is probably like 60%, probably lowest in the NFL when it comes to games. And there are more away fans that come to the stadium in Washington that plays in Maryland. And I'm just like, bro, Red Wolves would have gotten more fans, would have got them more excited. And, you know, a theme or something like that would get the fan base going, get them excited. And, you know, kind of like the fans picked on it, so we all would be happy, and maybe we'd go out, rush out, get the gear, and be excited for like this new rebranding. And then they went with Commanders. It's just kind of so crazy, and it just feels like, dang, no matter what we do, like the big guys up top are just gonna pick the name they like. And there's still people that believe that they always had Commanders from the beginning, and that's what they wanted. And it just sucks. And I think they had some poll, like pretty much everyone still hates it. And I mean, I think it's like 30% think it's okay still. So compared to the Washington football team, it's better. I like it because it's at least a name, and Commanders is more unique compared to the rest of the NFL. Now, when it comes to this new logo, I mean, I'm rocking the hat right now. I'm shocked it took them 2 years to update a W. Like, what the heck? You outlined a W. It's 2 years. Like, there are people that go to college for like design, and this was the update for 2 years. It's just unbelievable. Now, do I like the W updated? I do. I'm not hating on it, but it just feels like they're slowly updating it, and it took them 2 years to come out with this. Like, come on, bro. Like, a lot of this stuff that people are hating on this new Commanders is it just feels like they didn't put their whole foot into it, or they spent too much time on thinking about other designs, thinking about like the trying to do Red Wolves, trying to do Admirals, trying to do what was the Armada, and they just had like bland mock-ups. They didn't fully envision a single like Commanders. Like, our name Commanders is just Commanders. The title, like, no image, no mascot, what the heck did y'all spend 2 years on? So I just had to get that out the way real quick. Next thing I want to talk about is the shield. They have this new crest that says like Washington football team. It has a W, and it has the years we won the Super Bowls and years we won the championships before it was like the full NFL merger and everything. And I think that's really cool, but it's kind of like, how do you put that much detail into a crest and then not the logo? Like I think it's on the back of the jerseys like that you see here, but dude, like, we got a W and then you spent all this time on the crest. Make the crest just the logo or something. Like, it should be like the main brand then if you spent that much time on the crest. Like, it's just a small little rant that I had to get on. And now let's just go to these jerseys. And I got images of some players actually wearing the jerseys that they did. And bro, okay, let's start with the burgundy and gold. I personally do like the update, but look at these helmets. They still do not look like they match. I'm really hoping in person it looks like it matches. But I mean, you can look at my shirt. It's red, and then this hat is more burgundy. And that's how they've always been. They've been confused on what colors they are. They're supposed to be burgundy and gold, and they're still confused, man. This red jersey looks so much more red than the burgundy helmets. Now, the burgundy is very like ruby burgundy, so I'm cool with that. And it does look pretty dope. I really do like the helmets, but it's just so weird. Like, can y'all match? Like, can you match, please? And I personally do like the burgundy the best, the burgundy jerseys. The white jerseys, man, I don't know what they were doing, but they were trying their best to look like the Arizona Cardinals. Now, I think if they added like a little bit more splash to each of the jerseys, it would look way better. But I'm just really hoping when they try it out on the field, like it pops. And maybe like right now the images just aren't clicking with me. But like the only jersey I really like is the burgundy, in my opinion, and it's probably gonna be the first one I get. The white, they gotta update that, man. They have to update that. Something's just off, or it looks too bland to me. The gradient thing is kind of cool, but I just feel like it needs more splash. It kind of doesn't even look like Washington. And now the black, I'm just some days I love it, some days I hate it, but they have like this weird looking camouflage that's like made out of diamonds, so they wouldn't actually use camouflage, but it's really cool effect because it looks just like camo. I feel like they got to come out with a little bit more camo on it. Like, if they had the pants, bro, if they had the pants camoed in that design with those diamonds, they would look sick. They would look nasty tough. I'm hoping they have like a arm sleeve that's in camo in that gray, but that one makes more sense for Commanders. But it's so far away from Washington's previous jerseys that you're kind of like, this does look like an expansion team, man. But I'm gonna talk about the W, the helmet, the black helmet with the W on the forehead. That's kind of weird, but maybe it'll grow on me. Maybe I'll like it. I'm glad that they kept the numbers on the side of the helmet, but it's just weird. It just doesn't feel like like the Washington football team. They feel like they took a huge leap out there with all three jerseys, and they're just waiting to see which one sticks. So that was just my rant on the jerseys. And my main gripe about the Washington Commanders is really like, it feels like they went with Commanders and they didn't have the rest of the stuff finished, and they were like, we'll let the fan base kind of build the brand up. We'll let the fan base come up with the new fight song because we don't really know what goes with Commanders. We'll let the fan base come up with like the mascot, because right now we're just gonna roll with the W because we have no idea what's going on. They had this weird hashtag take command. Who the heck? No one wants to say no. Oh yeah, we won. Let's take command. They don't have no vision when it comes to building this brand, and I feel like it's gonna be up to the fans to like come out here and like really build it up. Like, I mean, the fans already came up with the Commandalorian and people going commando. That sounds way better than take command. So like, everyone coming in like Star Wars commanders helmets, like stormtrooper helmets and stuff like that. That's so much cooler. Mandos walking around the stadium, that's so much cooler. But it just feels like Washington themselves don't even know what they're trying to build with their own brand. So that's like the main gripe, and I'm really hoping it grows on me. But right now, this thing is like a solid 5 out of 10 Commanders name, brand reveal, everything. But I'm starting slow. I got a W. I'm not gonna just jump off the ship because they're the Commanders. I think one day it's gonna get better and better. It just feels like we gotta build it up, build up creativity, build up more hype for this thing, because they started out low with Commanders. That there was no excitement in this reveal at all. But just let me know what y'all think. I know some of you may not be football fans, some of you may not be Washington fans, but let me know if you hate the name, or if you really hate it, or if you don't really like it, or like, you know, it's an okay out of the options they could have chose, because they had some horrible options. But like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all later.